everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Emerald Randomized Nuzlocke Challenge featuring me, Phogen. I believe we are on episode 17, making our way. And in the last episode, you guys, we were making our way downtown, walking fast, and we're Fall Arbor Town bound. We had a nice little discussion, talked about the holidays and all that fun stuff. And in today's episode, we're going to continue to explore the town a little bit and find out whose this is, checking out our PC. But before we do that, let's get ourselves a quick team recap. Oh, would you look at that? Speaking of team recaps, you know, we'll find out. We got Rush, our Lanoon, with the pickup ability, Naive Nature. He's doing pretty good. He's got us an Ultra Ball. We'll take that, Rush. Thank you, buddy. He's got Headbutt, Tackle, Sand Attack, and Rock Smash. And we're done, apparently. Just Rush. Next up, we have the king himself, Gilgamesh. Our Hitmonlead's got Limber, Jolly Nature, holding that choice band so that he can pop holes in all Pokemon with that big old foot. He's got Brick Break, he did learn High Jump Kick in the last episode, Hyper Fang, and Meditate. Pretty solid moveset. Next up, we have good old Reliable, Unreliable, our Alien Rare the Matang. He's our starter Pokemon, and he's still with us. Would you look at that? He's got Clear Body, Sassy Nature, with a Quick Claw to speed up his only little 31 speed, to speed up those download speeds. With Metal Claw, Confusion, Take Down, and Cut. Next up, we got Tsunami, a beautiful True and Blue Gyarados. Got Intimidate, Docile Nature, wouldn't hurt a fly unless I tell him to. It's got Silk Scarf, power up that Thrash, which we got also Bite and Dragon Rage. I gotta work on how I speak that. Next up, there is Polarized the Magneton. Sturdy Nature, Hasty, or not Sturdy Ability, Hasty Nature. I don't know why I always mess this guy up. Holding the Magnet, which is so appropriate. It's got Thundershock, Sonic Boom, Metal Sound, and Thunder Wave. Perfect for catching other pokes. And last up, we have the legendary Echoes. Our beautiful Celebi. It's got Natural Cure, Docile, of course. They got no item just yet, and they got Confusion, Recover, Ancient Power, and Sacred Fire. And real quick, let me shift this down here. Yeah, I like that. And that's it. Let's take that Ultra Ball back from you. Boop. And let's see who's this is. What's going on over here?
Oh, hello. You are? Okay. Your name's Phogen. I can see that you're a trainer. So that means you use the Pokémon Storage System I developed. How I arrived at that conclusion is a simple deductive process. You spoke to me because you wanted to access something on this PC. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Lynette. Honestly, I'm glad to meet you. It's great you're using the storage system. If you could, please visit me at my home. My house is on Route 114. Toodles.
And she runs away. I didn't even say a word. Am I scaring her? I do have an effect on people. I scare ladies. That's another story. Let's check out a little... Oh, you got the Shoal Shell. Well, let's see. What are you rocking with, Spears? It's got Poison Point, Bashful. That's new. Decent stats. Growl, Scratch. Yeah. Basic Nidoran female moveset. We'll leave you with that Shoal Shell for now. But, so at my job. And you guys, you let me know if this is bizarre. But, in a restaurant, I guess we're supposed to be nice and hospitable, obviously. And my managers have a thing to where they want you to, like, walk people to the restroom. Which I can understand. You know, it's always frustrating when you're at a restaurant and they're just like, hey, where's the restroom? They're like, over there. And then they walk away and it's like, well, you didn't point or anything. But for me, I like to gesture. And our restaurant's pretty big and open. There's not like tight corners or hidden pathways or anything like that. And I just gesture where the restroom is and I explain how to get there. I'm like, oh, if you just follow our bar, because it's right next to the bar, you can go around there and it's right down that hallway there for you. You know. But our managers want us to walk people to the restroom, which... What? What's happening? Is she a move tutor? There was a spell that made money appear when you waggle a finger. If you want, I can teach your Pokemon... Oh, she must teach Metronome. I didn't know she did that. Sorry. No, I don't want to teach Smokescreen. But, my managers want you to walk people to the restroom, and it's like, it's kind of weird when a grown adult walks another grown adult to the restroom, and I got called out for that once. I was basically, you know, young lady walked in, and she asked where the restroom is, and I'm like, oh, I'd be happy to show you right this way. We walked around, And I pointed, and no, I did not follow her down the hallway or anything like that. I just walked to where you can see the hallway and pointed, and she's like, next time, you can just point me to the restroom. And my manager was standing right there. He was laughing his butt off. And I said, you see why I don't do that? Got called out for it. What's on TV? Oh, the Name Raider show. I did, now, he's probably talking about, yeah, Ashiok. So, I did put it in the episode. I misnamed that Drowsy. I don't know how I did that. I was literally looking at it online, and I spelled it wrong. And I also re-nicknamed our Lord Helix, Uzumaki. It is not Uzumaki, and it's not Uzumaki, like I did with that G. It is Uzumaki. So, something like that. So, I did nickname those two in between episodes. So, we're just exploring. Just checking things out. What are you up to? Professor Cosmo. Okay. And then I believe, from my vast knowledge of items, it's typically a rare candy there, but today it's going to be a lava cookie. Which, that thing impacted the ground pretty hard. And now we're on Route 114. Nice. Fossil Maniac's house. Anything going on in here? Is this, I think this is where you could originally get Dittos. I think. I don't know. Oh, this is typically Dig. What do you got for me today? Let's see. Dig. TM28. Megahorn! That's actually pretty solid. Huh. Who can learn it? Only Rush. Not too keen on teaching you Megahorn, buddy. What are you up to back here? But yeah, you guys let me know. There's some other hospitality things that we're supposed to do. You know, we got breadcrumbers. You're supposed to like scrape the bread off tables and things like that. Which, that's another awkward one, because we don't have like true coasters. We just hand out little cocktail napkins. So when the tables get like super wet and all that bread, we have very crummy bread. It tastes delicious, but it crumbs everywhere. And when you have that, it just gets like all side. It's gross, and you know, I get it. You don't want to leave crumbs on the table, but there are certain customers like. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know who does this, but when you go to a restaurant, and sorry, again, I've been working in a restaurant since I was 16. It's almost 10 years. Actually, 10 years, yeah. I just turned 26. Yeah. Another fun fact about me, I'm 26 years old. Anyway, when you go into a restaurant and you eat something and you finish your meal, the proper thing to do is to push the plate to the edge of the table so a server may pick it up. And I know that sounds like, well, yeah, duh. And I mean, again, you don't even have to push it to the edge of the table, but when you're done, just leave it so a server can pick it up. Leech seed. That's interesting. Leave it so a server can pick it up. I've had customers who, on those really long booths that like push deep into the wall, so it's like a booth that can sit like 6 people, they push their darn plates all the way to the end of the table, and it's like, what do you want me to slide across the table to grab that plate? What is going on? Look at okay, Gilgamesh, you need to take a back seat. You're level 27. You are getting too powerful. Let's keep doing Alienware, because I want Alienware to evolve. He's the only Pokemon on our team that is not fully evolved. Or that, I should say, that can't evolve further. That can evolve further, whatever. But yeah, it's very frustrating as a server when someone takes their plates and just pushes them all the way to the edge, and it's like, so you don't want me to collect them? I guess that's what we're doing now. Another frustrating thing is when, like, they have an appetizer plate, and again, if you do this, I'm sorry. I'm just venting now at this point. These are some of my big pet peeves that I've realized working 10 years in the food industry. But when you... Oh, I Metal Clawed a water type. What's wrong with me? When you, eat an appetizer, and you're pretty much said and done with it, and a server asks you, do you want me to box it up for you, or do you want me to take it out of the way, and you said, no, we'll still pick at it. I know you guys are lying. You're not gonna touch that food. Come on. Let me take it off the table for you, make some room. But I have people who will sit there with like 3 appetizer plates, just not doing anything. And I just have to sit there and like move plates around them. And, oh my gosh, I'm gonna stop complaining. I don't mean to complain. It's just, to me, it's funny. These are some of the things servers think about, or at least this one. I don't have as many complaints about the bar. I'm not the best bartender. I've only been doing that for a couple of years, which sounds like a long time, but for me, it's like nothing. But yeah, I don't have as many different complaints about the bar because I don't know as much about the bar serving. That wasn't cute in the least. What was that about? Did mine lose inside? I don't know what you said to me before, but I don't like that sentence out of context. Orange mail. You guys were guarding an orange mail? Wild. Let's keep pressing on downwards. Yeah, I guess I could fight you. If we were fishing, you wouldn't stand a chance against me. So bring on your Pokemon. Well, it's a good thing we're not fishing, bud. And I believe I would stand a chance against you. Nurse Marshal. That's a pretty interesting... Whoa! Heracross, like, runs off the grass patch there. No. I'm not leaving a normal type in on a fighting type. I did not click fight. That was a mistake. I'm better. He horned attacked me. He doesn't even have the decency to punch me in the face when I make a mistake. Confusion. Oh. Trying to think of some other, like, things I've done in the past. Just again, I want to try to mix it up a little bit. I don't want to just commentate on what's happening in the game. You guys can clearly see I'm being horned attacked by a dumb little Hercules beetle. But I want to just, like, say other things while we're doing at least these trainer fights. When we get back to the story, we are in kind of a lull right now of the story as we make our way to Meteor Falls. So I want to just share a little bit about myself, and we're not just going to listen to me make mistakes as I leave a steel type on a ground type. What is it going to have, though? Metal Claw. Yeah, I feel like Gligar can't touch me. But another job I worked was at UPS. I worked at a UPS center, and I was just the person that, like, loaded the packages onto the cars. It's kind of crazy. It's like, it's a lot harder than I was expecting, because obviously you get so many, people are all over the place and they order a bunch of stuff, and as technology gets further and further, people get crazier and crazier stuff. I remember one day I was on the belt, and you basically get a little sheet of paper that tells you what's coming in, which I'll be honest, I never truly learned how to understand what it was and how big an item was. I guess we were supposed, like, there was a method of determining it, but I didn't know how to read the darn thing. I just kind of glanced at it and I was like, okay, I got 13 of some item, 13 of them coming. Well, that particular night, because I did work at night, I had to work like 1 in the morning to like 9 in the morning. That was like some of the hours. It was crazy. But one particular night, someone ordered 13 mini fridges, and I believe I was packing a car that was going to like a store, which makes sense to why they would have so many. Holy crap, that was so difficult because, like, I had to move these mini fridges off the conveyor belt, and you know, they don't stop it for you. At that particular moment, I think they did, because I'm not a very, as I said in the last episode, I don't come from an extremely athletic family. My sister, she's pretty athletic out of all of us, but I myself am not very athletic, which is why I'm sitting here playing video games, playing Pokemon in my late 20s. But, man, I had to move those 13 mini fridges. It was so tough. My manager was kind enough to stop. Typically, they just, like, let you do you. You gotta figure it out. But he did stop the belt and help me move these fridges. But it's also about, like, loading it into the car. Like, a UPS car, you see it. They're decent size, but you have only so much room, and it's not like they're only carrying envelopes. They're carrying a bunch of packages and boxes and stuff. This one, in particular, is carrying 13 mini fridges. So I just had to, like, stack the fridges in a way around my workstation that I didn't block myself off from any of the other cars, and I couldn't have put it on the truck yet because I couldn't block myself out of the cars, because you have to be, like, really quick. Like, they only, like, once 9 o'clock hits, at least for the UPS station I was working at, once 9 o'clock hits, I should be fine. Like, that's it, you're done. And for me, that was the hardest thing ever, because when I first started, and hell, in all honesty, when I left, I would oftentimes leave a mess because I couldn't fully load the car, because, like, I'm falling behind and I'm trying to, like, keep up with the conveyor belt, and I'm just putting envelopes near the back of the car, which is not good, because then you tend to either mix things up, whatever. So the reason that you guys are waiting on delayed mail is because of me. I apologize. But at 9 o'clock, they wanted you out of that building for, you know, reasons. for legal reasons, you couldn't work any longer than 9 o'clock. And I felt so bad because then the drivers had to like clean up my mess. And to me, that was just awful. I hated like leaving the station a mess and having someone else pick up after me and having literally not being able to do anything. I only worked that job for a few months, and it was like it was truly one of the hardest jobs I've had to work. I really respect the hell out of people who do that. Oh, I think there's an item here. Yep. I truly respect the hell out of people who do that stuff because you are champions, and that's the reason that we're able to order so much stuff off Amazon and be like, you know what? I want a inflatable pool at 3 in the morning, and I want it delivered by tomorrow. It's people like the, well, again, I worked at a UPS center, not an Amazon center, but you know what I mean. Route 114, this is a new encounter. They're a little beat up, but we should be fine. Let me make notes, people, make notes. 114. Polarized, you're up, bud. What we got? Survey says, oh, it's so good. A Charmander. Alright. Let's Thunderwave you. Oh, I love... Now, I will be honest. When I first played Red and Blue, I did go Charmander. Over the years, I moved towards Squirtle, and I tried Bulbasaur a couple of times, but Charmander's my love. He's so cute. I love... my favorite out of that generation are... Oh, man, Polarized. Are Charmander and Squirtle. I'll be honest, it scared me. I'm a reptile lover. If this Charmander takes away my Polarized, I am a reptile lover. So the starter Pokemon that look like I love reptiles and amphibians. I mean, I believe the first question I asked in the first episode, I'll have to go back and look, was what is your favorite creepy crawly? And that's because I myself love like amphibians, insects, reptiles, like all that stuff. I know, I'm the weird kid. You're getting a luxury ball. I'm the weird kid. And so let's see, going through, like Charmander, Squirtle are great. I love Totodile, although I did pick Cyndaquil. I know, he's not really a creepy crawler. Cyndaquil is more like a hamster. And I don't like Chikorita. I am definitely on the Chikorita not liking. I don't know why I used an Ultra Ball. I feel like that was totally unnecessary. Apparently not. Apparently Charmander's gonna be a little brat. I like. Yeah. I'm not a big Chikorita lover. Sorry. Gen 3. As I said, I like all the starters, but Mudkip. Okay, we might not get a Charmander. Mudkip and Trico were my favorites. Trico was my starter in Gen 3. Gen 4, you know, there is Turtwig, but who in their right mind, nice, we do get a Charmander, who in their right mind can say no to Piplup? Like, look at it. It is so darn cute. Charmander, the lizard Pokemon. The flame that burns on the tip of its tail is an indication of its emotion. The flame wavers when Charmander is happy and blazes when it is enraged. Oh, that's pretty cool. And if it goes out, it's dead. Nickname Charmander? Yes. I don't really have a nickname for Charmander. I'm gonna call you... I'm trying to think of like... I was gonna call him Rathalos, but I don't like that. I'm gonna call you Sun Eater. Kind of a weird name. Sun Eater. Because you're someone who would eat the sun. I'm pretty sure you could take out a Solgaleo if it was weakened. Oh, not that. There we go. Sun Eater. Nice. I feel like that's an extremely powerful name for just a Charmander. Let me write that down. Charmander. Nice. And I'm kind of... We don't have a fire type, do we? We don't. Rush? Your days may be numbered, buddy. Let's actually move Polarized. He took some heavy damage. Oh, not hate. Sorry. Let's, we'll put Alienware up front. Alienware and who? Almost messed that up. Tsunami. Good old Team Blue. I forgot what I was talking about. The starters. Oh yeah, there's Piplup again. Gen 4 has really good starters too, although I always use Piplup. I literally couldn't resist. It is just so darn cute. Gen 5 I went with Snivy, because snakes. I love snakes. They're one of my favorite animals. What other was in Gen 5? I didn't like the Gen 5 starters that much. I'll be honest. I am much better now, but when I first saw Samurot's design, I wasn't a big fan of it. I just didn't like it. And looking back now and looking at Samurott now, I actually do enjoy it a lot more. I think it's really cool. I just think it's kind of awkward that it's a quadruped, like, creature that wields dual swords. Like, he has little shing swords. So it's like, again, it can't stand up. It's not like it can stand and switch between, like, quadruped and bipedal. It's a fully quadruped creature that has hands. And I don't like that design. I wish they made it like a bipedal samurai. I think that would have looked a lot cooler. Me personally, anyway, if I were designing it. Although it was probably really hard without making it look, like, bulky. But I like Samurott a lot more. Superior is my favorite out of Gen 5. Embor, could care less about Embor. I kind of fell off the firefighting hype train then. 3 in a row is very annoying. I feel like Embor personally should have been Fire Ground. That's what he was supposed to be. I don't know if that's like an actual true rumor or what, but I think it was supposed to be Fire Ground. You're not a trainer. Oh, you're the Berry Crush Machine. A Bloke Berry. Nice. Okay. Other Pokemon. Look at this space. Oh my god.
Oh, Phougen, I'm sorry everything is so cluttered. When I get engrossed in research, things end up this way. This is embarrassing. Please keep this a secret in exchange for this.
Hello, Tad Doll. Thank you. It's a very weird thing for you to give me. Alright. Moving on. How are we doing on time? I've been talking about myself. Oh no, we still got plenty of time. But yeah, I think Embor was supposed to be Fire Ground. I don't know if they ever kept that, or if that's actually a true rumor. Gen 6, unequivocally, my favorite starter is, ooh, this is risky. Okay. Is Froakie. It's my favorite all-time starter. I love it to death. We flinched. I love it to death. Frogs are my absolute favorite animal, so having a frog starter bubbles, and it's like, it turns into a poison dart frog, or as a ninja, and I'm like, oh, this is so, it's not poison dart frog, but it turns into a ninja frog. It's so cool. I'll be honest, I did, when I was younger, I mean, hell, even now, I still try to like look for spoilers and stuff when I can, and I saw a leak of Greninja's, you know, Greninja when X and Y were first coming out, and I didn't like it. But then when I actually saw it and saw its movements and saw its ability, like how it moves and how it interacts and stuff, I fell in love. And I think Greninja is so cool, and it's one of the more unique looking starter Pokemon. And now, sure, that might be a little biased. I don't want to learn Scary Face. Yes, stop trying to learn Scary Face. It's one of the most unique looking starter Pokemon. This is a Graveler, and I don't want it exploding or earthquake magnituding me, so we'll just kick it. No, I am going to Brick Break it because I don't want to miss. I don't want this thing exploding. But in that gen, I didn't like I didn't like the Chestnut line, but I've since then gotten over it. I think he looks really cool, and I think the fact that he's like a juggernaut is really awesome. I do not like Quilladin. Quilladin looks like a goober. And then there is the Fennekin line, and I'll be honest, I cannot get past Delphox. I feel like they could have made that Pokemon so much cooler as like the mage archetype. We are pretty burned out. I'm gonna fight this last guy, and before we continue on to Meteor Falls, I'm going to. There's Ghastly here? Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Delphox. I know, I'm sorry. I'm taking the entire episode to go through all of the starters. Wants a battle against my Pokemon? Sure, when you start a sentence like that. But I'm taking this entire episode to go through all the Pokemon. But yeah, not a big fan of Delphox line. Gen 7, that's Rowlet, Litten, and Poplio. I went with Rowlet. I like owls. I think owls are really, really cool. Was that the mistake? Yes. I learned that Decidueye is not that great. He's okay, but I struggled with him, and I can't get over the fact that he is, like, so slow. Why is that? Why is this Robin Hood Archer Owl, like, I think it's like base speed 60, isn't it? It's slow. It's ridiculous. So, I think Incineroar is probably the best out of that generation. Primarina, I don't like how feminine they made Primarina. I feel like they should have made it more like, not big, like, I don't know, gender neutral. I don't like that it's like a prima donna, like an operetta singer. Not my favorite. And sea lions, it's sad because I love sea lions. Like, when I saw Poplio, I thought they were gonna do like a circus. Like, I was so torn between picking Poplio and Rowlet. And when I saw like the evolutions, I'm like, nope. It turned me off to it. And I would still say I'm still in a point to where I do not like Primarina. Next up, Gen 8, most recent gen. I went with Sobble. Yeah, it's a little chameleon, like a water. Oh, there's Mew here. Crazy. Little water chameleon. I saw the trailer and I fell in love. That's another generation where all of the starters are really cool. Cause that's Scorbunny and Grookey. Grookey is really cute too. I think that's another pretty unique starter. Although I'm not a fan of Rillaboom. I don't like that he has like the drum. I wish he incorporated it more into the design, and it wasn't like, oh, I carry around a random tree trunk that's a drum. You know what I mean? I wish like it was on his stomach, like he had like a patch on his stomach, or even it's a gorilla. He really should have just been beating on his chest for the drum, but whatever. And then what is? Oh my gosh, what is Scorbunny's evolution? It's I can't think of it. It's Raboot, and it goes into whatever the evolution of Raboot is. It's gonna kill me. But and then Inteleon. I'm not a fan of Inteleon's design. I'll be honest. I don't like the hang gliding thing. I think it's kind of weird. And I did heal, right? I didn't just walk all the way over. Okay. Walk all the way over there to walk back. Let's see. You're now level 26, so we just gotta catch Tsunami and Polarized up now. But, yeah, and that's it. I did pick Inteleon, or Sobble into Inteleon. God, what is the rabbit? I gotta look it up. It's killing me. I'm sorry. One moment. It is like in something with an eye, isn't it? Something similar to Incineroar. It is Cinderace. Don't know why I couldn't think of that. Cinderace. Oh, Thick Club. If we get a Marowak, that's decent. Let's see. Did we go this way? I did do that, right? Oh yeah, okay, that was, wow. I'm all over the place. This is why I can't speak about starters. But yeah, that's all of them. So most of the time I would go with the reptilian type starters, but I do enjoy the birds apparently as well with Piplup and Rowlet. And look at this, perfect switch. Get that Blastoise out of here. Water gun. I feel like there should be a water move that is like super effective on steel types. Something that like rusts them or something like that. I think that'd be cool. And I personally feel, so we're going into mechanics explaining again. I know I do that every now and then. Spark. That better? We have Thunder Shock, right? That's base 40. This is base 65. Yeah, much better. mechanic explaining again, I feel like Ice type gets gypped. It's very great offensively, very weak defensively. And I feel like I can understand it not being like the most defensive typing. It's an electric rush. I can understand it not being the most defensive typing, but why doesn't Ice resist grass and flying at the very least? I personally feel like it should resist ground too, but that's me. And I truly feel like how Ghost and Normal are immune to each other. I feel like water and ice should be resisted to each other. Because yes, you can put ice and water and it'll melt, but you can also put, if you put water in like subarctic temperatures, it's going to freeze and create more ice. Right? It's not like, oh, eventually the water is going to melt subarctic ice. It's like, no, it'll just keep freezing and adding to the ice. So, I feel like it should be one of those things where they resist each other. Because it depends on who has more of the other substance, you know what I mean? And then, with that notion, Freeze Dry should be super effective on water types, but Scald should be super effective on ice types. Yeah? Game Freak, hire me. Sign me up. There's a lot of things that as you play Pokemon and as you get older, you just realize, like, some of this stuff is just kind of out of whack. But, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of game designers that sit there and, like, go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Dugtrio. Ooh. Are we trapped? Oh, no. Oh, my God. Are we trapped? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, we're about to find out. Don't have Arena Trap. Oh, thank goodness. What is it? What is its other ability? Because I know it gets Arena Trap, but it has to get something else. Oh, I dug a hole. So at least it wasn't going to Earthquake us. And you were going for the Dugtrio. Anyway, there's plenty of talented people that go through with like a fine-tooth comb to get like all the mechanics down and make sure that it all like fits together so that no one Pokemon is more powerful than another. That's not true. I say that as Mega Rayquaza is a thing, to where it's basically like it's banned out of Ubers too, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. There's just some things that I wish that they would just be like, hey, you know what? We made a mistake here. Ice type shouldn't be weak. It shouldn't resist just itself, and be weak to like 7 other typings. But yeah, again, if they change it to where, if they give Ice type resistance to so many things, like I'm asking at the very least, grass and flying. I think it should resist, at the extreme least, at least grass. How is grass neutral on ice? And I guess you could argue like, oh, well, in the tundra, there is grass that grows, but still, it's not like this luscious foliage or anything like that. It's like just grass that is doing its bare minimum to survive. And you're going to say like, oh, well, that just makes it neutral. No, I refuse. I mean, Tropius. No, we're confuzzled. I am confuzzled too, Tsunami, because I don't understand why grass isn't resisted by ice, or why ice doesn't resist grass. I don't know. Ice is one of my favorite like elements in fantasy. Like whenever I do like any type of game that has like mages or any spellcasters, I always try to go around the ice build. I like it because I always play like the supportive controlling type classes, like whether it's a tank, whether it's a mage that has like a lot of control stuff. I like to be support. I'm not the all-out blaster or damage. I do like dealing a lot of damage, but that's just my archetype. So ice is seen as like a great defensive, like control-esque type thing in fantasy, but in Pokemon it's like, nope, just all-out offense and super weak to everything else. That's just that. I don't know. That's just how I feel. We're all level 26. We're making some good progress. Good progress. We're almost about to hit the 30s. I still gotta think about... He's talking about his yodelings. I still gotta think about whether or not I want to add that Charmander. I think we're gonna see what my Meteor Falls encounter is, and we'll make a decision there. Nuzleaf! Tsunami! I'm gonna just thrash you. Let's see. This is typically where you catch Nuzleaf, I think. Oh, you faked me out? Wow. Well, you're gonna pay for that. Catch this Silk Scarf boosted Thrash. He didn't catch it. I mean, he caught it. He just didn't catch it well. Marsh Stomp. I really wish Echoes had a grass type move because these ground types are spooking me. Let's go to Gilgamesh. Yeah, we need to find something that can teach Echoes like some type of grass move. I'm so scared for when we miss that. My heart's gonna scream. Gilgamesh levels up way too quickly. It's hard for something so strong to be kept in check when it can level up so fast. Alright. That has to be an item, right? Nope. Okay. Wild. Alright, Meteor Falls. Alright, let's go up here. Get this item. Make sure it's not a master ball. It's a red flute. Hey, in the last episode we were learning all about the flutes. Let's put Polarized up front. So this is Meteor Falls. Let's see what we catch. Something good, something good. Bump, 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 bump. There we go. Well, oh, wait. Oh, no. If I can't switch out, I'm killing this thing. Okay. I'm sorry, I just get spooked. Scratch. Okay. Diglett has such little health, I don't know if I can hit it. I'm 10 levels above it, so let's just try to catch it. Great ball. Diglett. I mean, it's a Diglett. It's not the craziest thing to catch. It's not bad. Diglett, it's just so frail. It's one of those things where, like Gilgamesh, if Gilgamesh doesn't kill something, he can at least take a follow-up hit. Same with, like, a lot of our Pokemon. Diglett, it's just like, if this thing doesn't kill something, it risks getting killed. I'm gonna have to weaken it. Rock Smash isn't stat. We'll see if we can even... Okay, yeah, we can do one more. Actually, you know, we'll see if we can catch it now. I don't want to crit it. I don't want to waste encounters. Because, again, Dupes Clause is optional, so if we ever run into a Diglett again, or a Dugtrio, I can skip it and get my Mewtwo. There we go. Diglett! Diglett's status added. Diglett the mole Pokemon. Diglett are raised in most farms. The reason is simple. Wherever they burrow, the soil is left perfectly tilled for growing delicious crops. Interesting. Well, I was going to call this Monty, but now I want to call it Rossetti from Animal Crossing. We'll call you Rossetti. I don't know if that's how you spell it. Yeah, Rossetti. I like it. Alright. And with that, I think we are going to save the excitement of Meteor Falls for the next episode. So thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate you guys giving my channel a chance, helping me grow, giving me feedback, all that fun stuff. But with that, I'm going to just leave you with this. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And we'll see you in the next episode. Toodles!